Alright, so here we go with chapter 2, which is the start of Alistair's story. Alistair was the character that we started making in the last video.
Well, well, look who's here. Dear Alistair. What have you come for,
15
my good
years.
cousin?
I hope you're
It's been
thinking
15
more clearly
years
than you were
since I left
earlier.
this place.
I have no lessons to learn
Father
from a coward.
was called
Let's
back
not
by the
start that
sacred
again.
flame,
Ryman, I
and
did
I
not
thought
come here
I'd
to
never
fight
set
with you.
foot in my
What can you
birthplace
tell
again.
me of the situation here?
I could
We've
only
almost
hope
regained
that my
control of the
return
southern part
would
of
be
town.
in the light
My
of the
soldiers
one
are about
God.
to clean it out. But in the
What
marketplace
would I
there are still
find,
skirmishes between
other than
rioters
father's
and people
mortal
loyal
remains?
to our cause. Nobles
Would my
who
sister
came to the
Alana,
ceremony are still
my
being
brother
held
Gawain,
hostage by rebels
my
on the
cousin
docks
Raymond,
in the northern part
and
of town.
Master Harwin
Very well, let's go,
know
Ryman.
me
I
still?
want to see this for myself.
Really?
What had become
His
of
lordship would
Riverspring
like
in
to
all
see
these
this for
years?
himself. Well, then
Now
I'd
that
be
father
happy
was
to
dead,
accompany you to see this.
I had
cannot
come
wait
back
to see you
to
reason
govern
with
the
this gang
lands
of
in
peasants.
honor of
I
my
hope that
family.
blade at your belt is not just for decoration. Here, take my flask. You might need it.
Yay for nobility! Alright, okay, so... Yep, that was the ferryman who brought me here. Later ferryman. And, I guess we move ever onward in looking for gold and other knickknacks. I saw it. There we go. There would be blood in the streets.
Ah, there you are, Captain. We were about to execute these men. They must learn who's in charge here.
These people must have committed serious crimes if they are to be executed.
They were amongst the rioters. They must be guilty of something.
If you execute people without reason, the situation will only grow worse. Allow me some time to question them.
What shall we do, Captain?
These vermin don't deserve such kind treatment. But fine. Let's see what my cousin is made of.
Tell us why you're here, friend.
They started it. We just came to ask for something to eat. Shut your mouth, scum. You killed one of our men in the port and you will pay for that.
Alright, so ever onward, I guess.
This guard claims to have seen you at the port storehouse.
I was there with the others to demand food, my lord. But I'd already left when that guard got an axe through the head.
What is this man being accused of?
My lord, this man was seen in the port, where the rioting broke out.
And you suspect that he is responsible for this unrest?
One of our guards was killed in front of the storehouse. Someone must pay for that.
Let him go.
Very well.
This man was found near the dying body of one of our men. Look at him. He's pissed himself. You don't need more proof than that.
This man apparently killed a guard.
Everything leads us to believe it, my lord. We found him carrying an enormous knife.
Did you find him with the blade in his hand?
No, we found it in his pouch, but the blade was caked with dried blood.
Alright, so the damage rundown. What
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 were you
trumps
doing carrying
what?
a knife?
Well, because I'm an apprentice to the butcher in the marketplace, my lord. I use the blade in my work, nothing more.
Dried blood, you say?
Oh, here we go.
The blood would still be sticky and fresh if it belonged to our man. Let this man go immediately.
Very well, my lord. You're finally to die, you piece of shit.
I've nothing to do with all this. My lot kept out of it from the start.
I don't give a damn. You've been a pain in our
Must speak to
asses
his
for far
superior.
too long.
For what crime do you wish to punish this man?
He belongs to an organized gang currently ruling over the port.
They hold the merchants to ransom. They all pay with coin or their lives.
We have good relations with the merchants on the port. They appreciate our protection.
Protection? Don't make me laugh. We finally have the chance to get our hands on him. River Spring will be better off without him.
What were you doing during the rioting?
I live in the inn overlooking the port with some friends. We haven't set foot
Will
outside
not
since the
quarrel
revolt
with him.
started. A group of armed guards arrived and dragged me off in the middle of a game of cards. So, that is River Spring justice, huh? Quick executions without reason?
Send him to the dungeons.
Our friend already knows the way.
You're making a grave error, my lord.
You'll pay for what you did, whore.
I wish you had been in your squalid house as it burned.
What are you accusing her of?
She set fire to my house. I found the bitch admiring her work and celebrating.
Yes, I set the fire, and I'm proud of it. That monster deserves a lot worse.
If you set his house on fire, you do realize that a lord can cut off your hands for far less than that.
Please, don't cut off my hands, my lord. Your guard there. He took advantage of the rioting to violate my little sister. I found her in tears, unable to speak.
You can't call that rape. The girl didn't even put up a fight.
I'll gut you and make you eat your own shit.
A fire started during the rioting, the rape of a young defenseless girl. You will both go to the dungeons of River Spring.
Are you done, my lord?
Yes, but no one is to take such decisions in the future without telling me first. Try to at least hear what they have to say before passing sentence. Is that understood?
Yes, my lord.
So that is how you plan to quiet the rioting?
All right.
By getting the townsfolk to side with you?
Open this gate. I'm going to town.
Understood.
Open this damn gate!
What is going on here?
There's an angry mob on the other side of the door. We closed the portcullis behind them. Ha, the idiots are stuck inside. But it should be fine. The door is strong.
She seemed pissed.
Very well. Keep the door closed until further notice.
Very well, my lord.
Open the gate. I'm returning to the castle.
Very well.
Open this damn gate! We'll set everything
Open this gate. I'm going to town.
Understood.
Open this damn gate!
Clark! Bloody lowborn!
I understand her feelings.
Many men of the Watch are dying today.
There are so many people, and they are so well organized. Too organized for a simple rebellion.
Keep away. We're just returning the fight. The town is ours now. We hadn't planned on killing him, my lord. It was just to teach him a lesson.
I understand your anger, but I will not accept such behavior inside these walls.
The Father watches over you. Captain, I knew I could count on you.
The fight is not over, my boy. Try to find some place where you can make yourself useful.
I'm sorry, my lord. Tyrek asks us to keep them here for as long as possible. Do not kill us. We beg of you.
I suppose it would be unfair to kill you for so little.
Ah, your leniency shall...
You've gotten us out of a bad situation, Captain. We'll join the others when we're ready.
to the castle, I guess. That was pleasant.
We'll die of hunger! Have the gate opened, or we'll set fire to your cursed castle!
Calm down. There is no point in going to such extremes. I am aware that things are not going well here, but burning down the castle won't make things any better.
So, what do you suggest? We are starving!
As the son of the late Lord Sarwick, I will ensure that the castle's food reserves are distributed as soon as order has been returned.
The Sarwick's personal supplies? That just might do. Come along, men! Let's go home!
My God, are those my men? What are you doing here?
Captain, there are rebels everywhere. We had to hide here to get away from them. With only crossbows, we wouldn't have lasted long against a horde of peasants armed with pitchforks.
Are you men of the guard or not?
But it's an enormous crowd, armed to the teeth in the marketplace.
We will attempt to resolve the situation, but I will need your help. Go and position yourselves high on the roofs and balconies with a clear view of the square.
At your command, my lord.
Crossbowmen up high? I quite like that idea. It will lend weight to our argument.
They will not fire, Ryman. Our sole objective is to make the villagers see reason.
You are completely mad. Nothing good will come of this revolt.
You'd better think well, Baker. If you're not with us, you're against us.
Please, Preston, just listen to yourself. We've lived in the same town since we were little.
What's going on here? Attacking the castle guards wasn't enough for you. You have to fight amongst yourselves, too.
Ah, there are the guards. Milords, we are faithful to House Sarwick, and we're trying to calm them, but it's impossible to make them listen to reason.
Traitors! You wish to continue living in squalor and eating only what the lords shit out?
Silence! I am the son of the late Lord Sarwick. Who is behind this revolt?
He's a merchant who works at the port, goes by the name of Tyrek. He's well respected by the people of River Spring.
At least he's one of ours. He suffers with us and fights with us. He's the only one who's dared to act while we die in squalor.
Look at the balconies around you. Do you see the crossbowmen? They will fire upon my orders. So please, be reasonable and go home. I have no desire to add your deaths to this senseless bloodbath.
So this is how you choose to treat your father's people? Come along, men. We're going home.
My thanks, milord. I was so afraid the situation would get out of hand.
Unfortunately, River Spring has seen too much of its own blood these last hours.
Tyrek promised them that there would be no innocent victims, and those poor sods believed him.
That's what I like to see. My men here helping to crush this idiotic revolt.
Did my father have enemies?
Stop! Leave that man be.
We're just taking back what is ours. These cursed
What's
lords have
Raymond
made our
and his
life
men
hard
doing?
for far too long.
Perhaps you want us to slit your throats, like the vultures you are.
Looters caught in the act will be executed. I advise you to go home before this happens to you.
I won't risk my life for this shit.
Clever now that he's hanging there like a fat hunk of...
Many thanks, my lord. I don't know if I'd still be alive without your help. I think I can get into the castle on my own.
The town has gone completely mad. We must stop this as soon as possible.
You have to knock these idiots around to get them to understand.
Alright, so off we go to stop a rebellion.
Not this time, Ryman. The people of River Spring are our responsibility. I'm going to put a stop to all this senseless killing.
Alright, so...
Do not stay here if you don't wish to end up like him. Do not stay here if you don't wish to end up like him.
Sure.
I warned you.
Okay, wow, all these really aren't really that great.
Spare me, I beg of you.
Did you listen to this man as he begged you for mercy?
But he just struts around in finery while we starve.
You should have thought twice before acting.
You saved me from a terrible fate, Alistair. I am ever so grateful.
What are you doing? This is no time to stand about. The town is rife with fire and bloodshed.
I know it better than most, my lord. I lost my 3 sons today. There's nothing to keep me here any longer.
I understand your pain, but suicide is not the solution. Keep hold of your life, and Relor's benevolence will soothe your soul.
Relor? What do you mean?
Relor is the warmth in your home, the comfort of a mother's breast, and the sweetness of a woman's words. Go to him, and the path will seem less dark.
Perhaps I...
Shit! The captain of the guard! Not a step further, or we will kill all of these lords.
Bastards! They're going after the burial guests. How do you want to proceed, Alistair?
People of Riverspring, I am Alistair Sarwick. Why are you attacking these innocent people?
We've been dying of hunger for years, while these lords and ladies with their jewels just strut around us like peacocks.
Start by letting these people go. Nothing can be resolved while you still threaten them.
Free them? You must be joking. The port merchants are all penniless. We ask only for enough to buy new wares and reopen our stores.
Our lands are sick and the castle is low on coin. But these lords here are under my protection, and Riverspring will pay for their release. Ryman, hand them your purse. Eliana will repay you at the castle.
You have some guts. I'll make sure you repay me. Here, beggars. Now get out of my sight.
Thank you, Lord Alistair. You acted like a true lord.
Your talents as a diplomat are equal to your father's, Alistair.
Your compliment warms my heart, Garrison. You should take advantage of this calm to go home. The situation here should return to normal soon.
You're right.
You acted admirably, my lord.
What were you doing, ferryman?
The lords wanted me to help them leave the town, but these brutes attacked us before I could cast off the moorings. It's a good thing you arrived when you did. I didn't think I'd make it. Let me know if I can return the favor one day.
My Lord Sarwick, Tyrek, the leader of the revolt, has turned up at the castle doors. He will only negotiate with you.
The traitor finally shows his face. It's time to put a stop to this madness.
Do not take this man lightly. Guard, tell him I'm on my way.
Very well, my lord.
I'm pretty sure he's innocent because, frankly, the fact that it's dry blood means that it must have been sitting there a while ago. If he killed that guard, then it should be wet.
Open the gate. I'm returning to the castle.
Very well.
At last! The man who everyone is talking about? The famous Alistair Sarwick? We already spoke on the quay. You pretended you were just a foreigner. But now that you're with your guards, you finally show your true face.
This morning I was only a stranger, but the situation has changed and I have to act. You are the man who started the rioting which led to a full revolt.
You know nothing of our problems. Your family sits warm in your castle while we die of hunger in the streets.
You're right, Tyrek. He did nothing to help us today. His was generous, in his judgment, but he preferred to use Riverspring's coin to appease his allies at the port.
I've made decisions which may seem unjust to you, but they were for the good of Riverspring. Our town is where it is today because ties with the lords of the Westerlands have been cut. To bring our lands back to health, we must gain the trust and support of the lords.
Unfortunately, your efforts seem to be in vain, Alistair. You paid our ransom yourself on the wharf. but you have been too lenient in passing judgment.
May the lords of the Westerlands rest easy. From now on, I will do everything in my power to restore Riverspring to its former glory.
You disgust me. You reveal yourself for what you are. Despite your actions during the rioting, you defend the privileges of the lords. Nothing changes. The people will continue to die of hunger, while the lords feast.
During the rioting, the people of Riverspring did not die of hunger. They died by the sword, Tyrek. Do you not take any blame for having brought about these massacres? Riverspring has suffered heavy losses on both sides, the people and the guards alike.
Many guards are dead. We did what we could to contain the revolt. It was good that you fought with us. Your father would have been proud of you. The men and I believe you understood the people's problems, while staying strong enough to prevent chaos. We trust you to rule over this town.
I have fought many times for Riverspring, and I would do so again without thought if need be. Let us stop the slaughter. Riverspring has suffered enough as it is.
Never! We won't accept how this town is ruled! Let's fight, people!
Don't be a fool, Tyrek. The guards outnumber us. If you fight, you're on your own.
Cravens! Even if
I'm
I
not
have
sure
to
if I
fight
really want to go
alone
that
and
way.
die to free my town,
Oh, it looks like I'm gonna
I am
have to.
prepared to do so.
Stay out of this fight, Ryman. I'll put an end to this madness myself. It is for the masters of Riverspring to settle this.
Let's see what else is floating around here before I decide to just open the gate. Alright, I guess we'll...
Enough bloodshed, Tyrek. Accept your defeat.
Defeat? I shall continue to fight as long as this town still starves.
I will rebuild Riverspring again if it costs me my life. As for you, Tyrek, it ends here and now.
Okay.
You succeeded, Lord Alistair.
I guess you can't go out that way.
These riots very nearly destroyed Riverspring.
Harwin, you address me as Lord now?
Although you do not officially hold the title of Lord, you have shown
I'm not going out the
that
front
you have
gate,
the soul of one.
God only knows what
From
that
this
rioting
point
group is
forth,
gonna do to me.
I shall address you as such.
I shall try to be worthy of your trust. The town may be appeased, but I could not please everyone.
It is difficult to lead. Your choices will always leave someone unhappy. The important thing is that you made decisions. The decisions you made today brought peace back to Riverspring. That is all that matters.
He is right, Alistair. I never thought I would say this, but Riverspring needs a man like you. It would be a shame for you to leave now.
Thank you, Ryman. Rest assured, I do not intend to leave. Not anymore.
Good to hear.
Now that this matter has been taken care of, I would like to carry on our discussion regarding my brother, Gawain.
Not here, Alistair. It has been a particularly delicate matter since the death of Lord Reynold. Find me at the castle.
Understood.
Alistair, it is important that I speak with you.
What is it, little sister?
I am sorry for the cold welcome during the burial. I lied to myself by saying that you no longer meant anything to me. When Harwin informed me that you were helping Ryman handle the rioting, I was afraid something would happen to you. I would never have forgiven myself.
Do not worry, little sister. I have returned.
Are you planning to remain at River Spring?
I will restore River Spring to its former glory.
How do you intend to do that?
I have decided to seek an audience with the Queen at the Red Keep in order to reclaim my titles and inheritance.
You do not have to do that, Alistair. You know, I have reached an agreement with the Queen. If I wed Valar, the Crown will once again recognize the sovereignty of a lord at River Spring and will agree to help us.
Yes, Harwin spoke of it to me, and it only reinforces my determination.
Don't be a fool, Alistair. If the Queen were to take insult from your approach, we could lose everything.
I know that, but this marriage would mean the end of River Spring. You do not know the true nature of Valar.
I am well aware of that vulture's reputation. He and I have nothing in common, but unfortunately he is close to the Queen. House Lannister is the richest house in Westeros, and one of the most powerful. With a faithful vassal such as Valar, they will surely help us.
I see your point of view, sister, but I will not allow Valar to share a future with House Sarwick. I spoke to Harwin, and he told me that father had banished him, and rightly so. I would not have you make such a sacrifice to keep River Spring in the family.
I'm sorry, but I cannot share your optimism, brother. I hope your words will move the Queen. I bid you take leave and speak with Harwin now.
Let's speak now that we are alone, Harwin. Tell me of Garwin. I remember little of him as a child. He was restless, but not bad at heart.
He has certainly grown up since then. His relationship with your father had become increasingly strained these past few years.
To what extent?
Well, their arguments had become increasingly violent. Several days before his death, your father disinherited Gawain. As a son of a noble family, to be disinherited is a fate worse than death. This could be reason enough for Gawain to commit the unforgivable.
But there is no solid evidence of that, is there?
No, just theory. However, since this happened, Gawain has disappeared.
Would you know where he might have gone?
He enjoyed visiting your men, sir, in King's Landing.
I happen to be going there to seek an audience with the Queen. I will see if I can find him. My priority is to get my titles back. I will become the lord of these lands as my father wished. I will find a way to stop the marriage. Valar will not have River Spring.
The Seven be praised. It is a relief to hear it.
But before all else, I must inform the priesthood of my decision.
Your old bedchamber is still there. Lord Reynald did not want it touched. I asked that it be readied in the hope of your arrival.
I thank you, Harwin.
Master Alistair.
Good evening, Master Betharios.
What news from your stay on the other continent?
I will not return to Braavos. I must take my rightful place here at Riverspring.
What is that, Master? You wish to leave our order?
I did not say that. I am and will remain devoted to R'hllor until I die. The fact that I remain in Westeros in no way changes my dedication to our temple. Quite the contrary.
What do you mean?
I believe that our organization would do well to have a Lord of Westeros devoted to our cause. The light of R'hllor will shine upon my subjects and neighbors.
I see. Well, we can only encourage such initiative. Our order has little representation on the continent of Westeros.
I may need you to send me Denyo to help me in this task.
It will be done. No more than the two of you. I will inform the rest of the clergy of your decision and your devotion, Master Alistair. May the light watch over you.
I thank you, Master Betharios. May the light watch over you as well.
Riverspring has recognized his authority, and it would seem that he has decided to stay for good.
Indeed. I spoke to him about it, and he has decided to take on his responsibilities here.
Maester Harwin, do you truly believe that he has a chance of changing the Queen's mind?
Have confidence in your brother, Illyana.
I don't doubt my brother. I doubt Valar.
Worry not, little sister. Harwin, prepare for my voyage. I am leaving for King's Landing in order to request an audience with the Queen. R'hllor as my witness, I will be the new master of Riverspring.